Imagine spending hundreds, even thousands of dollars on something that looks like a lumpy, dirt-covered swelling. You don't eat it to get full. You eat it for an aroma that could vanish in just a few days. This is the paradox of the truffle. Chefs call it culinary gold, but in reality, it's a temperamental parasite hiding deep underground. The practical truth is that a truffle isn't just an overpriced fungus. It's the result of a million-year-old survival contract between fungi and tree roots. Let's strip away the layers of dirt to understand why we are so willing to pay a fortune for a scent that is already fading. This is QC Project. Simple things. Although called a mushroom, a truffle is far from the fungi you see on supermarket shelves. While ordinary mushrooms sprout above the soil to meet the light, truffles choose to remain entirely hidden underground, clinging to the roots of majestic trees like oaks or hazelnuts. In essence, this is a perfect symbiotic relationship that has existed for millions of years. The tree provides sugars and nutrients to the fungus, and, in return, the fungus helps the tree's root system absorb minerals from the soil more effectively. The name truffle comes from the Latin word tuber, meaning a lump or swelling. This perfectly describes its unappealing appearance, rugged, misshapen, and usually covered in dirt. However, behind that stone-like, coarse exterior lies a beautiful marble-like structure and a concentration of flavor so intense that no other food on earth can truly replicate it. The history of truffles doesn't begin in glamorous kitchens, but within thousands of years of mystery beneath the ancient forests of Europe. Ancient peoples had fantastical explanations for their existence. The Greeks and Romans believed truffles were created when lightning struck the damp earth near oak trees. Because they emerged from nothingness and remained hidden underground, truffles were long regarded as mystical entities, at one point even shunned by religious circles who associated them with the underworld. The true turning point occurred during the Renaissance, when French and Italian aristocrats rediscovered this flavor and introduced it to extravagant palace banquets. Truffles slowly shed their reputation as forest tubers to become the diamonds of the kitchen, a title bestowed upon them by the culinary legend Jean-Antelme Brillat-Savarin in the 18th century. However, the skyrocketing price of truffles only truly erupted after the Industrial Revolution. As natural forests shrunk and urbanization took over, truffles became scarcer than ever. Humans began to realize a harsh truth. We cannot force nature to produce truffles at will. Despite numerous cultivation efforts over the past 200 years, the finest truffles must still be found manually by hunters and trained dogs, turning every harvest into a genuine treasure hunt in the deep woods. To understand why truffles are so expensive, we must understand why their aroma is so intense. Because they live entirely underground, truffles cannot disperse their spores via wind or water like ordinary mushrooms. Instead, they produce a complex mix of volatile organic compounds, VOCs. This scent, a blend of damp earth, musk, and garlic, is not meant for humans. It is a biological signal to attract animals like wild boars or squirrels. When these animals are lured to dig up and eat the fungus, they inadvertently help disperse the spores further through their digestive systems. Humans have simply hijacked this signal and turned it into the ultimate culinary luxury. A truffle's aroma is an incredibly fragile entity. This is why you rarely see chefs stewing or overcooking truffles. In culinary science, truffles operate on the principle of aroma release through heat. When thin shavings touch the hot surface of pasta, risotto, or steak, the heat immediately triggers the aromatic compounds, causing them to evaporate and coat the surrounding space. If cooked for too long, the chemical bonds that create its unique scent break down completely, turning an expensive black gold into a tasteless piece of fungus. Science also explains why truffles are a race against time. The moment a truffle is pulled from the roots of its host tree, its flavor, hourglass, begins to run out. VOCs continuously evaporate into the air, causing the fungus to lose both weight and aroma. Within just 5 to 7 days, a white truffle can lose half of its core value. The scarcity of truffles, therefore, lies not only in the difficulty of finding them, but in the fact that we cannot freeze their scent. It is an organic substance that constantly seeks to vanish into thin air the moment we grasp it. Truffle production doesn't happen in factories. It's a dramatic pursuit between humans, animals, and nature. Since they grow deep underground, the most effective harvesting technology remains animal olfaction. Historically, hunters used female pigs because of their intense natural attraction to the scent. The trouble was, pigs loved them too much and often gobbled up the treasure instantly. Today, trained dogs have become the preferred partners. They can sniff out a truffle from dozens of meters away, but will wait for their owner to dig it up instead of eating it. The moment a truffle is pulled from the earth, a true race against time begins. Since truffles lose their aroma rapidly, the packaging process is essentially about transportation speed. These gems are gently cleaned with soft brushes wrapped in absorbent paper or muslin to control moisture, and immediately flown to top-tier restaurants worldwide, often arriving in less than 24 hours. While humans now attempt cultivation by inoculating tree sapling roots in specialized farms, the success rate remains highly unpredictable. You can plant an entire oak forest and wait a decade, only for the ground to remain empty. This stubborn refusal to follow industrial procedures keeps truffle harvesting authentic, making it one of the rare foods that money alone cannot force nature to produce more of on demand. The most common myth is believing that everything labeled truffle originates from the fungus. In reality, most budget truffle oils and salts contain zero real truffle. That pungent smell comes from 2-methylbutane, a synthetic aroma. This sparked a debate among chefs who argue that these oils poison the palate, tricking diners into thinking real truffles should smell chemically harsh when the natural scent is actually much subtler and more sophisticated. Another debate centers on whether truffles are expensive because of flavor or pure rarity. Many first-timers are disappointed. Truffles aren't sweet or rich, but rather an obsessive aroma. This raises a critical question. Are we paying for a genuine culinary breakthrough? Or are we simply buying the luxury status and the high-end feeling that this fungus adds to a dish? Finally, there's the massive gap between Italian white and French black truffles. Why is the white variety 10 times pricier? It's down to nature's stubbornness. While black truffles are now farmed, white truffles still refuse human intervention. They only grow wild and are extremely fragile. This natural exclusivity fuels auctions worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, turning white truffles into a currency of status for the global elite. In modern culture, the truffle has transcended its boundaries as a mere culinary ingredient to become a yardstick for luxury. You encounter it everywhere, from fresh shavings ceremoniously dropped onto dishes at Michelin-starred restaurants to truffle flavors creeping into everyday comfort foods like fries, pizza, or even instant noodles. The presence of truffle on a menu doesn't just promise a unique aroma. It serves as a statement of status and the high-end experience that diners are eager to pay for. Beyond the plate, the truffle has become a muse for the beauty and lifestyle industries. High-end fragrances and luxury skincare lines have begun incorporating truffle extracts, turning the scent of damp earth and musk into a language of sophistication and mystery. Today, owning or consuming truffles is more than just satisfying the palate. It is a cultural act of showing connoisseurship. In any form, be it $1 million white truffle or a side of truffle-flavored fries, the truffle consistently maintains its black gold status, quietly defining the standards of 21st century luxury. Stop looking at truffles as a luxury problem. Start looking at them as a climate problem. Their scarcity isn't just about being hard to find, it's because their home is slowly falling apart. Let's start with this paradox. A truffle is essentially a pocket of concentrated water from the earth. When summers turn too dry, the fungi fail to develop, or if they do, they are small and exhausted. The practical truth is that the legendary regions of France and Italy, once truffle heavens, are losing their edge because the seasonal rhythm has been disrupted. We are witnessing a biological migration. As temperatures rise, ideal growing zones are shifting further north. Places long associated with truffles may find themselves empty-handed in the coming decades. Truffles are not just prized foods, they are the most sensitive bioindicators. Their disappearance is a quiet warning of how environmental change is reshaping the things humans assume will always be there. Once the story widens this far, the original question of their value returns with a new weight. Are we paying for a dish, or are we paying the price for the shift of an entire ecosystem? After all the talk of $1,000 price tags, how do you know if you're actually enjoying real truffles or just chemical flavoring? Apply the 10-second rule the moment your dish arrives. In those first 10 seconds, don't reach for your fork. Close your eyes and focus entirely on your sense of smell. Real truffles possess an aroma that tricks the brain. It is subtle, yet incredibly deep, carrying the breath of damp earth after rain, a hint of musk, and the complexity of an ancient forest. If you smell something sharp, pungent, and hitting your nose like gasoline or high-concentration garlic, that is a hallmark sign of synthetic truffle oil. These 10 seconds are for you to sense the sublimation. Real truffle aroma wafts gently with the dish's steam, whereas chemical flavoring often vanishes harshly or leaves an unpleasant, bitter aftertaste. Be a discerning diner, for the value of a truffle lies in its sophistication, not in the noise of chemicals. Ultimately, a truffle is not merely a display of wealth on a plate. It is a lesson in human humility before the laws we cannot control. What we call black diamonds are actually the results of a silent wait, a million-year contract between tree roots and the darkness of the earth. The practical truth is that the line between a culinary treasure and a lumpy piece of wood isn't found in its auction price. It lies in connection and timing. A truffle found through animal instinct and human patience carries a soul entirely different from aromatic drops programmed in a laboratory. Our willingness to pay a fortune for a vanishing scent is how we honor ephemeral values, things that machines cannot replicate and humans cannot force. In a world being flattened by industrialization and predictability, truffles teach us that the most precious things are often the most elusive. Don't look at a truffle as an expensive garnish. Look at it as a sensitive bio-indicator of our planet. Their disappearance is a quiet reminder that the environment is shifting and what we take for granted today might become a legend tomorrow. When you strip away the layers of dirt to find the original value, you aren't just tasting a dish. You are learning to listen to the heartbeat of the earth beneath your feet. Because the value of a thing is not in how long it lasts, but in how deeply it alters our senses in the brief moment it exists. If you enjoyed this story, tell us in the comments what simple thing we should explore next. Your idea might become our next episode. And this is QC Project, Simple Things. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the simple things in everyday life. Because what you see is never the whole story. There's always something deeper beneath the surface. See you in the next one.